Hello there, guys. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. This is a glimmer of hope, I think. As people know, I like to watch a little bit of football. I've got a favourite team, as most of us have, and we watch various sports and quite innocent. Some might say bread and circus and distracting, but it's probably the one thing that's some form of escapism in it, through all the direct psychological terror that we're all going under. What I don't like to see is the politicisation of sport. It's got worse and worse over the past couple of years, past few years. And it was something as I was growing up that was always tried to be kept out of sports. There'd be conflicts and wars that'd be going on between certain countries, but yet events could still take part on a sporting level between them said countries because they wasn't taking it politically. It was all about sport. It was all about them being athletes. Where that changed is probably the severe liberalisation that's been put in. So we have a series of games now because of Black Lives Matter, burning, looting and murdering. They've decided to adopt this Marxist agenda, which is kneeling before every game, which I've broke it down many times why it's so wrong. This video is not about that. What this video is about is the Olympics, which will be coming up in Tokyo. It does appear that common sense has prevailed, and they're saying no. They're saying no to politicisation of sports, of the Olympics. And that is a very noble and common sense approach, which I celebrate. I just wish football would adopt it, because I am sick to death. This is nothing to do with anything other than communism. Revolutionary tactics in order to guilt a demographic into submission. That's all it is. If it was truly about Black Lives Matter, there's a hell of a lot of people of a black complexion that could do with help in life. Is this attaining that? A footballer getting on the knee, knowing that he's a millionaire going back to his gated community, is him getting on the knee helping any black individual to make their life more prosperous? Or is he weaponising them quietly, invisible? That's my opinion. You might not share that. But I don't see the logic in a millionaire footballer kneeling down and telling other people that they will never get to where he's got because of the colour of his skin. The very fact that this millionaire player is in that position is because of his talent, not because of the colour of his skin. And his talent has pushed through whatever negative elements have maybe wanted to push him back over the years. And that's what makes you a solid, productive, positive individual in the sporting world. So then to reverse that and literally start telling people, well, you know, racism is that bad now that it's on every street corner. No, it isn't. Systematic racism is all in the mind. That is gaslighting. And if people are gaslighted into thinking that there's systematic racism, then what's their Newtonian physics with that? What's their elastic band? What's their way of coming back to fight this argument under the belief that they feel that the world is now becoming systematic racist? See how dangerous it is gaslighting people with the wrong information? If you're going to gaslight people that are beautiful beings and they can do anything they want in this world if they really put an effort in. If you love one another, the universe will speak to you, surely. Athletes have been prohibited from wearing clothing that features Black Lives Matter slogan at the Tokyo Olympic Games, which are scheduled to begin in July according to the International Olympic Committee. The IOC intends to enforce Rule 50, a requirement that aims to keep the venues, the Olympic Village and the podium neutral and free from any form of political, religious or ethnic demonstrations. Common sense. And that is what the world wants to see, because they're being sick of being told how racist they are. They're being sick of told that if you don't get on one knee, you're a racist. They're being sick of told if you say all lives matter, you're a racist. According to the IOC rule, if an athlete or participant is in breach of Rule 50 in the Olympic Charter, each incident will be evaluated by their respective National Olympic Committee, International Federation of the IOC, and disciplinary action will be taken on a case-by-case basis as necessary. Good. Come down on them. Any of them try to circumnavigate it and do a cheeky one by wearing a top, do him. Book him. Yellow card him. Anyone slyly raising hands or getting on one knee, book him. If they've won a medal, they jump on the podium to try and do a sneaky one, take the medal. Relinquish it. The politicisation within sports is killing the game. Just after Prince Philip died, the funeral, everyone, the whole world stopped. Of course, no matter what he thinks of the world, but the whole world still stopped. Yeah, remember what he said in the past. The funny thing was, football, like it does with everyone else of importance, I guess, particularly in the football world, they tend to do a minute silence. With Prince Philip, they've done a 2-minute silence, right? It's up to you whether you feel you want to adhere to it, you do with it, or you agree with it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. What I am saying is, the moment that they done the 2-minute silence, they then went straight into getting on the knee. You're talking nearly 5 minutes before the fucking game started of political propaganda being thrust at you, whether you like it or not. To back it up, you've got people that are employed by these TV companies, commentators, pundits. They all fall into line, wearing the badges. Commentators robustly talking about Black Lives Matter whilst they're on one knee. On a real level, I truly think that they're trying to do the right thing. On another level, I think they must be that blinded that they can't see the detrimental effects of that, doing that. More psychological terror on people. Last month, the IOC clarified what is and is not allowed, the Western Journal reported. The IOC confirmed a long-standing ban on demonstration of political, religious or racial propaganda on the field of play, medals, podiums or official ceremonies. Raising the fist or knee to a national anthem could lead to punishment from the IOC. Moreover, those are not the only things prohibited. The IOC said that slogans such as Black Lives Matter will not be allowed on athletes' apparel at the Olympic venues, though it approved using words peace, respect, solidarity, inclusion and equality on t-shirts, the AP reported. In December, the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee bowed to pressure from athletes and announced that they would be allowed to peacefully and respectfully protest in support of social justice causes without fear of being sanctioned. It appears that will be a clash of power during this summer's Olympic Games due to the conflict directives. So you've got common sense and you've got lack of common sense that are going to collide. They're both bodies, international bodies, Olympic bodies. They're supposed to have positions of authority, but one wants to go all political and don't care how they do it and how political it gets. And the other ones are playing common sense, saying, no, it's a sport. If you've got kids watching this and you're getting battered with political messages all over the place, it's wrong. It's very wrong. So this is very good news as far as I'm concerned. It's not going far enough, but taking this stance is going to make the rest of the world see that something has to change. Someone has to step up and go, I'm not doing that. An individual player will be beaten into submission to do it because it's just one man. An Olympic body turning around and saying, you do that and we'll punish you, that is more like it. That is going to send messages down to let you know that the whole world has not gone completely mad, just bleeding parts of it. Red pill Phil, guys, can't wait for the Olympics. Can't wait to not see any political crap when all I want to do is see athletes running about getting knackered. Love you all, even the pissing haters.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Even the pissing haters.
I love you, 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 I love you.